Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and this is your Stockwatch list for Thursday the 22nd. Before we get into the Stockwatch list, let's go ahead and look at the futures for the overnight. The Dow futures are down 25 points, the S&P futures are down 3, and the NASDAQ futures are down about 5. Your calendar for tomorrow, Thursday the 22nd, you have some earnings before the bell tomorrow on Thursday. And that is ACN, APOG, BKS, CMC, HAIN, which is Haynes, MEI. After the bell, Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY, SONC, Sonic Restaurant, and SNX for your earnings after the bell tomorrow. For the economic information for tomorrow, we have initial jobless claims at 8:30, 9 o'clock. We have housing information, 10 o'clock, leading indicators, 10:30. We have natural gas report, 11 a.m. We have the Kansas City Fed manufacturing index, and then the Fed balance sheet. And then tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Japan's PMI manufacturing index, and that's on Thursday night. Tonight, Wednesday the 21st, there's no AGEN numbers coming out. All right, so that's a little look at what we have for tomorrow economically. For your conference calls tomorrow at 8 o'clock, ACN, CO, SCS, APOG, BKS, CCL, JAG, CMC, and MEI all have their conference calls tomorrow in the morning. And then in the evening tomorrow, Bed Bath & Beyond at 5 p.m., SONC at 5 p.m., and SNX at 5 p.m. And those are the conference calls after the bell. All right, some news that came out after the bell tonight. Oracle, and we'll look at this chart in a moment. Oracle beat soundly on earnings and a big pop in the after hours on ORCL. Let's see, was there anything else? Yeah, SCS, big miss in earnings, and they are down in after hours, and SCS selling off. MRCY had some news after the bell, receives 8.3 million in orders. LDOS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services awards Lido Spot On Strategic Partners Acquisition Readiness Contract. CO beat on earnings, and don't forget they have their conference call tomorrow morning. Asian Chinese company. What else do we have? Anything that's sticking out? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Top purchases. We have PAGP CEO purchased 50K. Juno Director purchased 9K. Medtronic MDT Director purchased 5,600 shares. Revlon Director purchased 255K at 22.94, and that's Revlon Director. MBI Director purchased 87K. And let's see, syndicate news, anything standoutish? SBBX common stock offering, PZRX Form S3 15 million mixed security shelf, and I think that's about it. You can read the rest yourself. Nothing major there. And then after the bell, Jeffrey Gunderlock, he warned again that the flatter curve, yield curve I should say, is a concern for the U.S. economic growth. So let's see, and then Staples just had news come out, SPLS. Okay, and there's a big pop in Staples, SPLS, and this news came out at just 2 minutes before 8 o'clock. Sycamore Partners is close to a deal to acquire Staples. Announcement could come next week. So that's on Sycamore Partners looking to purchase SPLS, and you receive the reaction here on SPLS. And let me just see if there was any other information. No, that's about it for that. And so we'll go ahead, we'll take a look at Oracle, because they announced earnings after the bell, and you see the nice pop here in Oracle. So that one doing very well for the techs. CO was up, pulled back a little bit, but their conference call is tomorrow. They had earnings. SCS was the one that took a hit, and you see SCS and their office equipment and whatnot. So that pushed down on their earnings report on SCS. I'm looking to see if there was anything else as far as earnings. And I think that's about it for the earnings and the news. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into, take a quick look at the SPY, and the SPY is holding above, above the support. Let me open this chart up for you a little bit. We're at the 20 SMA, but we are below the 10 SMA. So, just kind of consolidating here. Neither bulls nor bears can make headway, but we're in this rotation, and the IBB is the big, huge winner today, up over, 4% on the day on the IBB, big pop. We said, on Sunday night's video, I believe, if this could get back over, 295, and did that, and it's been cruising right along on the IBB, XBI. Now, this is the other one, popped in almost 5%, and this is the smaller names in biotech. The only thing you have to worry about here is hopefully Trump doesn't come out and say anything in regards to, pricing. So right now, the biotechs are on a roll until somebody mentions pricing, and then that could change, but we'll see. As far as stuff like the IWM, which is your small caps, Russell, that one came up to, we had the highs here in that 142. We've pulled back. We're still holding the 20 SMA, but we are below the 10 SMA, but we are still above this rising 50 SMA. So, until we break that 50 SMA, that 138 level, which a lot of guys are watching, we're just in a range right now. IWC, pretty much same thing, holding below the 10, but holding above the 20, holding above the 50, and that's the microcap index for the IWC. QQQ, this one, popped today, trying to get back over the 20 SMA on the QQQ. We still are in this middle of the range on the Qs. What SMH? Holding up, actually, and that's even with Intel, taking a hit today on Intel. The gap down, and but AMD gapped up, so they kind of played each other off. But Intel is a bigger holding in the SMH. So, but AMD is very strong. I'm still in some on this one, and it's been a great trade this week on AMD. Thank you, market gods. XOIL. Broke that 43, and maybe headed down further, maybe to this 39 area on XOL, and some people are saying even lower, but we always get into this guessing game with oil. Well, if it breaks 43, it's going to go down to 30, then 20, then 10, and then 0. So who knows, right? USO also moving down. So to me, the lower oil goes, the cheaper gas is. So in my mind, good for the economy, but not good for people in that service sector. And this is the oil service sector, and that's been getting crushed, and that's at lows, and that could cause people to lose their jobs, and you hate to see that. So that's the oil OIH, and that what makes that is SLB making new lows. BHI making new lows, actually not, but moving down. Halliburton, big volume on Halliburton and making new lows on Halliburton, so not good there. And then rig just getting pulverized on a rig, so not good there. Let's see, HYG. Now this is something that concerns folks, these high yield corporate bond. And I believe, Janet Yellen watches this stuff too. Not really something I'm deal with, but I saw this big, engulfing candle drop. So, not a nice candle there. And this is because of oil stocks moving down. So not good on that. And that's kind of a warning sign. XRT, still making new lows. That's the retail ETF. But like we said, the biotechs are doing well. And XLV Healthcare is doing really well, making new highs here on the XLV. So it's just a rotation. It's out of the oil names into these healthcare and biotech names, and out of some tech, and into other names. As far as what are you trying to say, Mike? As far as the biotechs. So NVIDIA, though, did hold up today. NVIDIA holding up strong. AVGO holding up back above the 10 SMA. Qualcomm, not faring as well. So, and they have that lawsuit with Apple. Speaking of Apple, AAPL, we'll take a look at that. Still trying to hold the 100 SMA on Apple. Amazon, just take a quick look at some big names holding up above the 10, back above 1,000. Definitely the market leader. Facebook climbing back up now, back over the 10. Netflix trying to get back over the 50, but no success yet. Tesla, still roaring along here. They just can't bring this thing down. Any little dip in this Tesla is being purchased. And then, Google trying to get back above the 20 SMA. So I'm going to get a quick drink of water, and then we'll be back for the stocks to watch. All right, first one up on our watch list is ADMP. So we're looking for that, break of $5 again over 510. This one could give us a nice trade if it can get, some momentum going. 1.3 million shares traded. We popped when the news came out, and consolidating a little bit now. So we'll see if we can get that $5 break. The high today was 510. So 505, 510. See if that one can get moving. ADVM, looking for it to take out this 200 SMA. You see that's been a wall, and we're at it has a high of 305, and the 200 SMA is at 305 also. So 307 might be enough to get this ADVM moving. AGEN, looking for this to take out the 4 spot. You see we're stuck under the 150 SMA. So if we can get that break of the 4, maybe we'll get a continuation move. AMD, like I said, I'm still in this name. It's been a nice trade all week, beautiful swing trade, and we'll see if this wants to climb some more tomorrow. ARLZ, the volume 2.1 million, but it's stuck below the 50. So if it can get back over maybe 140, maybe we get the 150 break, or just wait for the 50 SMA break and the $1.50 mark break. ARWR, this one's stuck below the 100 SMA. You see you get these pops and pullbacks, so I'll keep it on a watch. See if we get a setup intraday on the name. 1.7 million shares traded. ATHX, stuck below the 300 SMA orange line right here. We're trying to get up above this 300 to the 180 spot. Maybe this will set up intraday. It's in the right sector, so we'll see. AVGR, just because these under $1 names have been moving, we'll see if this can get over 50 cents in the 50 SMA, but it is an under the $1 level stock, so just be careful if you play it. CXRX, big pop here. Trying to get back and hold the 50 SMA. It's up quite a few days in a row. Maybe needs some consolidation now. 1.2 million shares traded. CXRX, nice candle here. Looking for that 140 break. We'll call it 142. Nice volume, and then we'll see if we can get that break up over 150. This is kind of a favorite chart right now. I like the way it's turning back up, so we'll see on the CXRX, excuse me. EBIO got back into the game today. Some volume came into the name, and we did pop, so we'll see if this can get back over 150, 155 on EBIO. Etsy, there's rumors around this name if it's getting taken over, so we're looking for the high of call it 1437. I believe this candle, is 1437, so 1438. Maybe we get that roll through 1450 on Etsy with the chatter. So Eyes is the next one up. 600,000 shares. Well, let's call it 700,000 shares. It's starting to turn back up, but I don't expect much from this. It's not an easy intraday trader, but we'll have it on watch. GBT, nice candle here, closed at the highs. 30.80, 30.85 might be enough to get it going through 31 and beyond. 1.4 million shares on GBT. GERN, GERN, looking for the 290 break. You have two candles, kind of a tweezer top. Well, it's not really a tweezer top, but topping candles around this 290. So, but if we can get back over 290, maybe shorts get nervous and they start covering. GLW, looking for that $30 break eventually. Maybe 29.85 is enough. We had a high on this candle, 29.97. If you want, you can wait for the $30 break and see if you get continuation. 5 million shares traded in the name. HOS. HOS turning back up, and it's an oil name, so go figure. But 1.4 million shares traded. It's at these highs here. Looking for that $3 break, 303, somewhere in there on HOS, and maybe we get a nice continuation move on the name. And let's see, 1.4 million shares. Mara under $1 name alert, under $1 name. Pop today, big volume. Not that the volume in these names really matter, but 34 cents was the high. The 50 SMA is 40 cents. For me, I'd rather wait till it breaks out over the 50 SMA, the yellow line right there. So just that, it's a under $1 name. MBRX, nice volume today. Had news today. And we have a high in the name of 130. So on this one, maybe, over 110, maybe we get going again on MBRX. And see if that can make a continuation through 150. And this is the 150 SMA orange dotted line. Nike, making a deal with Amazon. So we have some bottoming candles, tails here, at 51. Even back here, we held this, 51 spot right there, close enough. And maybe starting to turn down. It's been kind of punished. Maybe it wants to join the party. So it made a deal with Amazon. So maybe we get a continuation move in the name. So we'll see how it sets up intraday. But it's at closed at 52.59, high of 52.69. So maybe over 52.75 might be enough on Nike. RWLK, I'm not expecting much from this. It's a lousy intraday trader. It gives you some little moves, but nothing major. But now that I said that, it'll probably rip up to, 350 or something tomorrow. So it doesn't hurt to have it on a chart. Looking for the, maybe $2 break, 190 break, and then maybe a continuation move in RWLK. There's no, there was some big volume the last couple of days. It pulled back. So we'll see if this wants to do anything tomorrow or the next day. SENS, nice candle, big volume. It's been up quite a few days in a row, though. That's the only thing. You'd want some kind of pullback and then maybe a continuation move up on SENS. TRXC. And looking for this to take out 75 cents. And then maybe we get the higher day break. It's under $1 name, so warning again, under $1 name. Twitter, a lot of call activity in this name. Looking for that $18 break. The high today was 1804, 1778. So maybe, a break of 1785 might be enough to get it going on Twitter, and we'll see if that can carry through. ZFGN, biotech name, big pop, looking for that $4 break. It held this 350 spot quite a few times. Finally, it's popping up, and but the volume was about under 300K. So we'll see if this one wants to produce for us tomorrow over $4. ZN, another oil name, but had this big pop in ZN, and now we've pulled back. We're holding still above the 10 SMA, We're holding above the 5 EMA right here, and we'll see if there's any kind of move in this or set up intraday tomorrow. ZSAN, we are holding the 200 SMA, green line straight across. So we'll see what this wants to do tomorrow. Has a lot of work to do. It's still below the 50, but I did notice it's holding this 200 SMA. So we'll see if this sets up intraday. All right, this has been Zozo Stock Watch. This is your stock watch list for June 22nd, Thursday, and I thank you for listening. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the retweet button on Twitter, get my videos out there. Thank you so much. We got over 500 in subscribers. I really appreciate that, and leave some comments if you want me to do a specific video on a stock or something, whatever you can suggest. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day tomorrow. This has been Zozo Stock Watch, and I hope this stock watch helps you for June 22nd.